Deciding on the direction and the target audience for your YouTube channel is the most important decision you will make when starting out on YouTube. Don't let this intimidate you so much that you end up not deciding on a target audience and never actually end up getting started. Before we get into day 2, I want to congratulate you on making it here. You are now part of the top 10%. 90% of people won't make it past the first day of trying to start a YouTube channel. Be proud that you've made it this far and use the momentum to keep going and get your YouTube channel up and running. If you missed the first day and you want to join our course, How to Start a YouTube Channel for Photographers, then I'll leave a link for you in the description below for you to join. If you're new here, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We help photographers start and grow their YouTube channel. The first thing I want you to do for day 2 is write down 10 to 15 passions, hobbies, and things that you like to do for fun. Ask yourself, what are my passions? What are my hobbies? What kind of things do I like to do for fun? What do I do on the weekends? And what do I do in my spare time? And no, watching TV is not a possible answer. For most of you photographers, it's going to be photography. But I want you to dig a little bit deeper. What kind of photography do you enjoy most? Is it portrait photography? Is it drone photography? Wildlife photography? Underwater photography? Or action and adventure photography? Be as specific as you can when you're writing down your list. Write it all down and don't hold back. We tend to hold ourselves back when we're writing down new ideas. Don't let self-doubt and negative self-talk hold you back from what you want to write down. Just let it flow and think like you did when you were a 7-year-old and what you thought was fun. Once you have your list of 10 to 15 items, we can now move on to step 2. How big is your potential audience on YouTube? And is it growing or is it declining? To find this out, we're going to head into Google Trends and I'm going to show you exactly how we can use what people are searching to understand exactly how big the potential interest is in your chosen topic. We're going to do this for every single item on your list. And I'm going to jump onto my computer quickly and show you an example of exactly what I want you to do. To understand how big your potential audience is, there's no better tool than Google Trends. To get there, just type into your Google search engine, Google Trends. And it's normally trend.google.com. So this will give you a better understanding of exactly what everyone is searching for. So Google puts together all the data. So you can split it by country that you're in, or you can do it by the entire world. Let's get started with a broad term like photography. So when you're exploring it, it's going to show you the interest over time, and it will be out of 100. So 100 is it's right on the top, and then you can see it tends to dip down. So photography is a really popular topic, and then it gives you interest by sub-region. So if you want to change it to the entire world, you can click on this top drop down and change that to worldwide, and that'll give you a better idea of the interest per region. So Australia, top of the table, New Zealand, and then United Kingdom. And then what's also really nice is there are related queries that you can see what is breaking out. So if you want to check any of these, you can click on them and show exactly what is breaking out and why it is breaking out. So one thing that I want to show you, and I just want to go back one, is under those related queries, you will see that I have some extra information. This is from a really cool tool called Keywords Everywhere. So it shows you an estimate of the monthly searches. So you can download Keywords Everywhere for free, and it helps you understand a bit more about what is going on with each search query. So let's drill down into photography a bit. Let's look at portrait photography. The data that I want you to get out of your 10 to 15 topics or hobbies passions that you've chosen is I want you to write down this final latest number. So if you chose portrait photography, it would be 94 out of 100. If you chose drone photography, your score would be 82. If you chose wildlife photography, your score would be a bit lower at 78. If you chose underwater photography, score would be even lower at 57. And the other thing I want you to check is there a clear trend? Is it flat like underwater photography, or is the trend increasing, or is the trend decreasing? So let's go to action photography. So you can see the trend started going down, and then we had a bit of an uptrend, and now it's a bit flat. So action photography is at 57. Then you can come down to related queries and drill down. So there's a sport action photography. That term will come up, and we are on 40. So it was quite high. We have these peaks. These are probably action sporting events where people are searching for it. Let's try one more as adventure photography. That's also quite flat. Let's try and find an example where we can see a clear trend. So let's try mountain biking. These are just random examples that I'm showing you. So you can see there's been an uptrend, and now we're currently on a downtrend, but it looks like we've turned a corner. So you want to be working on a topic that is an uptrend. So digital marketing is quite a nice one. You can see it's a very slow trend, but it is an upward moving trend. So at the beginning of the year, we were at 71, went down to 55, and at the end of the year, we're up to 94. So there's an upward trend there. So digital marketing could be a nice up and coming trend to look at. So I want you to take your topics and put them in here, and write down the final score, and write down whether it's on an upward trend, a downward trend, or on a flat curve. What you can also do is increase the time period. So we can go up to 5 years and see if it's increasing over time. Look at that. That's a really nice graph. So from 21, we are now up to 95. That's a clear upward trend. You can see massive growth in the digital marketing. Take your 10 to 15 topics, type them in here, and write down your scores, and then we can get into step 3. Step 3. How motivated is your audience for videos and solutions on this specific topic? This is going to be a best guesstimate on a scale of 1 to 100. 1 being they're not really that interested, and 100 being they're super interested in this topic. Step 4. How motivated are you about this topic? How much do you love it on a scale of 1 to 100? Now you can total up your scores and you'll have a winner. If it doesn't jump out at you and you really don't like your winner, then you can have a look at your top 3 and choose a winner from your top 3. Remember, at the end of the day, this is your decision, and you need to decide what kind of audience you want to target for your YouTube channel. If you need more help, check the lesson that we sent you for day 2. It's going to help you narrow your audience down even more. If you still can't decide, send me a DM or leave me a comment below, and I'll help you make a decision on what kind of target audience you should choose. If you want to keep the momentum going and accelerate on to day 3, click on the video right now. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel right now, and click on the bell to turn on notifications so you know as soon as we've made a new video. We'll see you in the video for day 3.